Hello everybody, it's Chris from StarWarsUnderworld.com and you're watching Rebels Roundup on that hashtag show. So, earlier this year, I got the amazing opportunity to watch a screening of Star Wars Rebels Season 2 premiere, The Siege of Lothal at Star Wars Celebration, and I've been waiting 2 months to talk about it, and that day is today. So I'm so excited that y'all have finally seen it, and I can tell you how much I loved this episode. So, last season, Season 1 ended with an absolute shocker. Spoiler alert, the Inquisitor died, and we were left without a main baddie for the show. Well, Season 2 starts off with a bang, with none other than Darth Vader appearing to save the day for the Empire and kick the butts of the Star Wars Rebels. So, Star Wars Rebels, it's about rebels, right? Not really. When I was sitting there watching the premiere, all the cheers were not for Kanan, not for Ezra, not even for Sabine, they were for Darth Vader. That's right, Darth Vader was kicking everyone's butt and everybody was cheering, and that's what Star Wars is really about, right? So, if you like Darth Vader, you loved this episode. Now, let me talk about the death that happened. Minister Tua, we weren't expecting that, were we? It's pretty sad, but I didn't really like her character to begin with. I'm sorry, I thought she was kind of boring and wishy-washy and go with the flow and never really stood for anything until this episode. So I can't really say that I'm that sad to see her go, but maybe some of you are, so rest in peace, Minister Tua. Now, let's get to the good stuff. At the end of last season, the big reveal is that Ahsoka Tano is still alive and she's going to be in the show. And I think that just resurrected a lot of Clone Wars fans who died after that show was canceled. Ever since the Clone Wars movie premiered 7 years ago, has it really been 7 years? Yeah, 7 years ago. And it was revealed that Anakin Skywalker actually has a Padawan, Ahsoka Tano. We've been asking the same question. What does that mean for Darth Vader? He didn't have a Padawan in Revenge of the Sith, and there certainly wasn't any talk of her in the original trilogy. Well, Star Wars Rebels is seeking to answer those questions, as finally it is being hinted that there will be a confrontation between Darth Vader and Ahsoka Tano. Now, the way they handled it in this episode was pretty good. It was inferred that the two characters might sense each other a little bit, but they haven't actually faced off yet. So I personally think that they're setting up a big confrontation between those two characters at the end of this season, maybe at the end of this series if they really want to string it out. But I mean, that's all we want to see, right? Darth Vader versus Ahsoka Tano. I've seen like 200 pieces of fan art depicting this scene, and that's where things are headed. So if there's one thing that really excites me about Rebels Season 2 after seeing this premiere, it's that, the possibility that we might see Anakin, Darth Vader now facing off against his former apprentice, Ahsoka Tano. And just to throw in more craziness, last season, there was only one Inquisitor. He's gone now. This season, now there are 2 of them. Whoa, mind blown. So we've got Darth Vader, we've got 2 Inquisitors, they're adding in more Rebels characters, Phoenix Squadron. This is awesome. I'm really excited for this show, and I hope that you are too. And if not, please watch the rest of Season 2 because there's some pretty crazy stuff about to go down. So I give the Season 2 premiere of Star Wars Rebels 4.5 Death Stars. And the reason why it's missing a half is I have to wait several months until seeing what happens next. So that's it for this episode of Rebels Roundup. Once again, I'm Chris from the Star Wars Underworld on that hashtag show. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and in the comments tell me what you think is going to happen to Ahsoka Tano when she faces off against Darth Vader. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts.